That block of cheese in your fridge right now, are you sure it is actually cheese? Every week, millions of British families buy cheese from supermarkets across the UK. They put it in sandwiches, they grate it on pasta, they melt it on toast. They feed it to their children, thinking they are giving them calcium and protein. But here is the shocking truth. Some of the most popular cheese products in UK supermarkets are not real cheese at all. They are factory-made imitations. Blends of vegetable oils, milk proteins, emulsifiers, and flavorings designed to look and taste like cheese. But nutritionally, they are completely different. In the next 12 minutes, I am going to reveal 9 UK cheese brands that are not what you think they are. I am going to show you what is really inside them. I am going to explain how to spot fake cheese on the shelves. And I am going to tell you what you should be buying instead. If you have children, please pay close attention, because what you discover might change your shopping list forever. But first, let me explain what real cheese actually is. Because once you understand this, you will never be fooled again. Real cheese is made from just a few simple ingredients: milk, salt, rennet or another coagulant, and sometimes bacterial cultures for flavor. That is it. Milk is curdled, the curds are separated from the whey, pressed together, and aged. This process has been used for thousands of years. Real cheese is a whole food. It contains protein, calcium, vitamins A and B12, and healthy fats. It is nutritious and has been part of human diets for centuries. But real cheese is expensive to make. It takes time, it requires quality milk, and it has a limited shelf life. So food manufacturers found ways to make cheese cheaper. They created products that look like cheese, taste some like cheese, but cost a fraction of the price to produce. These products use vegetable oils instead of milk fat. They use milk proteins extracted and processed separately. They add emulsifiers, stabilizers, colors and flavorings to create the texture and taste you expect. These are not illegal products, but they are not cheese either, and the labeling can be very confusing. Here is what you need to know. If a product is real cheese, it will say cheese on the label. If it says cheese food, cheese product, cheese spread, cheese singles, or processed cheese, it is probably not real cheese. And some products avoid the word cheese entirely, calling themselves cheese flavor or cheesy instead. Now let us get into the list. 9 UK cheese brands that are not real cheese. Number 9. Supermarket value cheese slices. Go to the cheese aisle in any UK supermarket. Look at the budget range. You will find packets of cheese slices priced incredibly cheap, sometimes less than 50 pence for a pack. How can they make cheese so cheaply? The answer is simple. They cannot, because it is not cheese. Pick up that packet and look at the ingredients. You will often find vegetable oil, sometimes palm oil or rapeseed oil. You will find milk proteins that have been extracted and processed. You will find emulsifiers like E339 and E452. You will find colors, flavorings, and preservatives. The actual cheese content in some of these products can be very low. Some contain as little as 15 to 20% real cheese. The rest is manufactured filler. These products are designed to melt well on burgers and in sandwiches. They are designed to look orange and cheesy, but they provide almost none of the nutritional benefits of real cheese. The protein is lower quality, the calcium content is often much lower. The healthy fats from milk are replaced with processed vegetable oils. You are not feeding your family cheese. You are feeding them processed food product shaped like cheese. Number 8. Certain processed cheese spreads. Cheese spreads are popular because they are convenient. Easy to spread on crackers, toast, or sandwiches. Children love them. They seem like a simple way to add cheese to meals. But look at the ingredients list on many popular cheese spread tubs. you will find that cheese is often not the first ingredient. Water frequently comes first. Then you might find vegetable oils, then milk proteins, then cheese, sometimes listed quite far down the list. Then emulsifiers, stabilizers, salt, and flavorings. Some cheese spreads contain less than 25% actual cheese. The texture and spreadability come from added water and emulsifiers, not from the natural properties of cheese. The flavor often comes from added salt and flavor enhancers rather than from aged cheese developing natural flavor. When you eat cheese spread, you are mostly eating water, oils, and additives with a small amount of processed cheese mixed in. A tablespoon of real cheese contains significantly more protein and calcium than the same amount of many cheese spreads. You would need to eat much more spread to get the same nutritional benefit. And in doing so, you would consume far more salt and additives. Number 7. Cheese strings and peelable cheese snacks. These are incredibly popular with children. The fun, peelable texture makes them appealing. Parents buy them thinking they are a healthy snack. Cheese is good for kids, right? But look closely at what these products actually are. Many cheese strings and peelable cheese snacks are not made from aged, natural cheese. They are made from processed cheese that has been heated, stretched, and reformed into that stringy texture. The process involves melting cheese with emulsifying salts, stretching it while hot, and cooling it in molds. This process changes the protein structure and requires additional ingredients to achieve the right texture. This process changes the right texture and requires addition. You will often find emulsifying salts, acidity regulators, and sometimes additional milk proteins. Some products also contain potato starch or other thickeners. The cheese used as the base is often young, mild cheese with less developed flavor. To compensate, salt and flavorings may be added. These products are not terrible. They do contain real cheese as a base, but they are heavily processed. The nutritional profile is different from a piece of natural cheddar, and the salt content can be quite high for a children's snack. If you want to give your child cheese, a small piece of real cheddar or mild cheese would be more nutritious than a processed cheese string. Number 6. Grated cheese with anti-caking agents. This might surprise you. Surely grated cheese is just cheese that has been grated. Not always. Pre-grated cheese from supermarkets almost always contains added ingredients. The most common is anti-caking agents to stop the shreds from clumping together in the bag. The most widely used anti-caking agent is cellulose. This is essentially wood pulp. Yes, you read that correctly. The grated cheese you sprinkle on your pasta likely contains processed wood fiber. Now, cellulose is not harmful. It is a plant fiber. It passes through your body undigested. It is approved for food use. But it is not cheese. And it is not what you think you are paying for. Some pre-grated cheeses contain up to 5% cellulose by weight. That means in a 200-gram bag, up to 10 grams could be wood pulp, not cheese. Pre-grated cheese also often contains potato starch as another anti-caking agent. Again, not harmful, but not cheese either. These additives affect how the cheese melts and behaves in cooking. Many people notice that pre-grated cheese does not melt as smoothly as freshly grated cheese. The cellulose coating on each shred prevents proper melting. For the best quality and value, buy blocks of cheese and grate them yourself. It takes an extra minute, but you get pure cheese with no added wood pulp. Number 5. Cheese-flavored snacks, marketed as cheese. Walk down the crisps and snacks aisle, you will see dozens of products with cheese imagery on the packaging. Cheese puffs, cheese crackers, cheese-flavored bis and bat. But how much actual cheese is in these products? Often, almost none. Many cheese-flavored snacks contain no real cheese at all. The cheese flavor comes from artificial flavorings, yeast extracts, and sometimes cheese powder that has been so heavily processed it barely resembles actual cheese. Check the ingredients on popular cheese puff products. You will typically find corn or wheat as the main ingredient, then vegetable oils, then a long list of flavorings, colors, and additives. Cheese, if present at all, might be listed as cheese powder somewhere near the bottom, often less than 2% of the product. These products use the image of cheese, the color of cheese, the word cheese to make you think you are eating something with nutritional value. You are not. You are eating flavored corn puffs with almost no protein or calcium. This is especially concerning when these products are marketed to children. Bright orange cheese puffs seem fun and cheesy, but they provide almost nothing nutritionally except calories, salt, and fat from vegetable oils. Number 4. Certain pizza cheese in cooking cheese. Have you ever noticed that some frozen pizzas and ready meals have cheese that looks perfect? Golden, stretchy, evenly melted? Yet when you try to recreate that at home with real cheese, it does not look the same? There is a reason for that. Many food manufacturers use what is called analog cheese or pizza cheese. This is designed specifically for cooking applications. Analog cheese is engineered to melt perfectly, stretch beautifully, and look golden and appetizing. It is also much cheaper than real mozzarella or cheddar. These products are made from vegetable oils, milk proteins, emulsifiers, and flavorings. They are designed to perform well under heat, but they are not real cheese. Some frozen pizzas use a blend of real cheese and analog cheese to reduce costs while maintaining some authentic flavor. Others use primarily analog cheese. Check the ingredients on budget frozen pizzas. If you see vegetable oil, milk proteins, and emulsifiers listed in the cheese description, you are likely eating analog cheese. Real mozzarella on pizza bubbles and browns differently. It has a different texture, it costs more, but it is actual food, not a manufactured cheese substitute. Number 3. Some cottage cheese and soft cheese products. Cottage cheese seems like a wholesome, healthy choice. It is often recommended for dieters and health-conscious eaters, high in protein, low in fat, naturally made. But not all cottage cheese products in UK supermarkets are the same. Some budget cottage cheese products contain thickeners, stabilizers, and added ingredients beyond the simple milk, cream, and cultures that traditional cottage cheese requires. Check the ingredients list. Real cottage cheese should contain just milk, cream, salt, and bacterial cultures. If you see modified starch, gums like xanthan or gar, milk protein concentrate, or preservatives, the product has been modified. These additions change the texture, extend the shelf life, and reduce production costs, but they also move the product further from natural cottage cheese. The same applies to some soft cheese products, cream cheese-style spreads, and fresh cheeses. Many contain stabilizers, thickeners, and preservatives that traditional versions would not include. For the most nutritious option, look for cottage cheese with the shortest ingredients list. Milk, cream, salt, cultures. Nothing else needed. Number 2. Processed cheese slices. The branded ones. We talked about budget cheese slices earlier. But even the well-known branded processed cheese slices are not real cheese in the traditional sense. These bright orange, individually wrapped slices are iconic. They melt perfectly. They taste consistent every time. They never seem to go off. But what are they actually made of? Processed cheese slices are made by taking real cheese, melting it down with emulsifying salts, adding extra milk proteins, water, colors, and flavorings, then reforming it into those perfect squares. The emulsifying salts are key. Sodium phosphates, sodium citrate, or similar compounds break down the protein structure of cheese so it can be reformed into a smooth, uniform product. This process was invented in the early 20th century to use up cheese scraps and create a longer-lasting product. It was never meant to be better cheese. It was meant to be cheaper, and more stable. Processed cheese slices typically contain around 50 to 60% actual cheese. The rest is water, milk proteins, emulsifiers, and other additives. The nutritional profile is different from real cheese, often higher in sodium, often lower in calcium. The protein is still present, but in a different form. These products are not nutritionally equivalent to a slice of real cheddar, yet they cost nearly the same and are marketed similarly. Number 1. Cheese in ready meals and processed foods. The worst offender on this list is not something you buy in the cheese aisle at all. It is the cheese hiding in ready meals, sandwiches, pasta dishes, and processed foods throughout the supermarket. When you buy a cheese sandwich from the meal deal section, what cheese are you getting? When you microwave a cheesy pasta ready meal, what is that orange sauce made from? When you eat a cheese-topped pie or pastry, is it real cheese on top? Very often, it is not. Food manufacturers use the cheapest possible cheese ingredients in processed foods. This might be analog cheese. It might be cheese powder reconstituted with water and oil. It might be a blend of real cheese with cheese substitute. The labeling requirements for cheese in composite foods are less strict than for standalone cheese products. A product can be called cheesy or cheese flavor without containing significant amounts of real cheese. Check the ingredients on ready meals that feature cheese prominently. You will often find vegetable oils, modified starches, milk proteins, emulsifiers, and flavorings alongside or instead of actual cheese. That creamy cheese sauce might contain more vegetable oil than cheese. That cheese topping might be primarily modified starch with cheese flavoring. That cheese filling might be mostly water held together with gums and emulsifiers. You are paying for convenience, but you are not getting real cheese. You are getting a manufactured approximation of cheese designed to hit the right color, texture, and flavor notes at the lowest possible cost. So what should you do with this information? First, learn to read labels properly. Look for products that list milk as the primary ingredient. Avoid products with long lists of emulsifiers, vegetable oils, and additives. Real cheese has a short ingredients list: milk, salt, rennet, cultures. That is all you need. Second, be suspicious of very cheap cheese products. Real cheese costs money to make. If something seems too cheap to be real cheese, it probably is not real cheese. Third, buy blocks of cheese rather than pre-sliced, pre-grated, or processed versions. You get more actual cheese for your money. No added cellulose or anti-caking agents. Better melting and cooking properties. Fourth, look for protected name cheeses. Products like Stilton, West Country Farmhouse Cheddar, and other protected designation cheeses must meet specific standards. They cannot be faked or substituted. Fifth, consider the context. The cheese on a budget frozen pizza is almost certainly not the same quality as cheese you would buy to eat on its own. Adjust your expectations and spending accordingly. Sixth, teach your children what real cheese tastes like. If they grow up eating only processed cheese products, they may never develop a taste for actual cheese. Give them real cheddar, real mozzarella, real cheese experiences. Real cheese is one of humanity's oldest and most nutritious foods. It provides protein, calcium, vitamins, and healthy fats. It has been made the same way for thousands of years. But the products filling supermarket shelves today are often something else entirely. Manufactured substitutes designed to look like cheese while costing a fraction of the price to produce. You deserve to know what you are eating. Your family deserves real food, not imitations. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it valuable, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video.